as we all know, we are on the cusp of certain opportunities, especially with regard to the Western region. And there's a central region between the Western region and the Greater Accra region that is in the middle, and that has potentials of its own. And really, what is it that we need to do to be able to make the most of what is there and allow these two regions to grow together in their economic development?
We've also been discussing a little bit that if our experience here today and in the coming months is successful and is seen as useful to the government of Ghana, we could widen the scope to possibly also looking at other regions, probably most obviously the northern region, which we understand is also a priority for the government. Making the best use of the resources which are available therefore becomes more critical. Making sure resources are allocated correctly and the resources once allocated are used correctly becomes that much more important as the economic stakes are raised even higher.
The Western region is one of the most abundantly endowed regions in Ghana. It has fishery resources, a large expanse of land suitable for the cultivation of industrial and food crops. It's the leading producer of cocoa in the country. It also has timber, rubber, coconut oil, oil palm, and to a lesser extent cassava, plantain, rice, yam, citrus, and other crops. It has the highest concentration of mineral deposits in the country, including gold, bauxite, diamonds, manganese, iron ore, limestone, silica sand, and lately petroleum. It could be our California. The region also has a rich heritage in terms of its tourism, and given that our first president hails from the region and all of what surrounds the mystique of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, is probably an area that we haven't really exploited as well as we should. We also have some very beautiful beaches in the Western region, the Busia Pleasure Beach near Fort Metal Cross. Now, the Central region's natural resources also include fishery resources, agricultural land, suitable for food crops, livestock rearing, forestry resources, mineral and clay deposits, and also for the cultivation of citrus. The major industrial crops, as I've said, are cocoa, oil palm, citrus, coconuts, pineapple, sugarcane, and coffee. And for food crops, maize, plantain, cocoyam, and other vegetables.
So the question in my mind really is one of institutions, coordination, priorities. Who's going to prioritize, think about the trade-offs? At this stage, it's really vertical ministries that are in charge of various things, and that's the way it is. I mean, that's the way the country works. But I think starting to work on the Western Corridor and the SADA does bring to the mind the question of how within the constitutional realities of Ghana, how to think of a coordination role that's perhaps more active at the regional level, so that the pieces of the puzzle come together, so that priority issues are debated, trade-offs are made, so that attention is paid to the various stakeholders, because indeed, as Madam Minister said, all these elements of growth have also elements of destruction in them.